YouTubers, so it's the thebossasswhytch again with another video. Finally making something that I've been wanting to make for months now, and that is something that might be controversial to some people, and I call it, or soon to call it, rich witch powder. And what this is it's basically like you can kind of change it in accordance to what you personally want, but you can use it for, basically, actually, I want to grab a couple of more things. Anyway, I wanted to come on here and, oh, I already said that, to share the rich witch powder, that type. And, still got my green tea with honey. If you watched, my amethyst oil, then you will remember me talking about my tea. But I know it could be a little controversial for some people because they think that, you know, as a witch, when you're manifesting stuff, you're not, you know, not allowed to, you know, ask for too much money or whatever. And quite frankly, I just disapprove, or not disapprove, disagree. I think because we have the ability to manifest what it is we want in our lives, we of all people should have relatively the easiest way of getting the money, honestly, depending upon our karmic debt from our past lives or whatever. But other than that, if you don't really have any karmic debt that would hinder you from getting monetary wealth or whatever, then what's really stopping you? Now, if you don't want it, that's fine. I'm not saying that just because you're a manifestor, you should be manifesting that type of abundance. You can have other forms of being rich. So this kind of pertains to monetary wealth, but it can also be an enriching lifestyle. Basically, it can be used just like an attraction powder of sorts, where it's accordance to what you really want. Now, mine does include getting a more luxurious lifestyle and more money, but it's not just that. It includes the other wholesome things as well. So, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to start with grinding my raw sunflower seeds, and I really wanted to get these because I didn't want the salt, I didn't want anything, I didn't want the heat to tamper. I wanted to get the nice raw nutrients, and I'm using this one. It's one of those packages. Oh, there we go. Oof. Ooh. It's one of those, like, it's hard to rip, and then when it does rip, it, like, rips down the side. Anyway, so of course I spilled some seeds. But I wanted to get this so that way, no, I already said that. Because they're really, really good for wishes, and because they're seeds, they're great for, kind of like starting new intentions and beginnings. Well, you can't see, but, and really good with, like, fertility. Seeds in general are really good for fertility, so I wanted to bring that in there. And I'm gonna use my granite mortar and pestle, just to kind of make sure that it really gets ground in there. I'm gonna start with just this much, so maybe about 2 teaspoons, half a tablespoon, give or take, and then I'm just gonna kind of grind it. Oops. And this is exactly why I got this tray. And I'm grinding everything in the sunwise, clockwise, dioso, whichever way you say it, direction, for this creating and fulfilling an attraction of the intention and wish at hand. And because I'm a little pressed for time due to my lighting, I'm going to save my enchanting for off the camera. But I will be putting the intentions all in the description box below. Okay. And then I think I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna use this for like the grinding, and I'm gonna use this wooden one for more of a mixing type of deal. Oh, I don't know I did that. Okay. And I don't care if it's chunky. Well, maybe with this one. This one didn't really grind down much, but that's okay. Let's see, where are we for time? I feel like one of those really new and older YouTubers where it's like they're checking your time because you're only allowed to do a certain amount of minutes. That's not my case here, but because I have this one won't open now, I'm gonna have to grab my scissors. I just came from the kind of the store, so I have some grocery bags everywhere too, so it's really crazy. But I really wanted to get this these videos recorded because I haven't seen them in forever. And with these, because these bay leaves, which I forgot to tell you as well, I was working with next, but because these are kind of crumbly, well, this one's a little whole, but I'm just kind of grabbing the crumbly ones. I did actually bring my bay leaves from the house, and they're whole and not brittle. So I'm just grabbing like a few of the broken ones. That should be probably more than enough. And these are going to be ones that when I want to grind them, I'll just grab these. I think with these, I'm going to break them with my hands first. But yeah, it's just like, I never really did understand why people think that, or the spiritual community as a whole, whether it's witches or the metaphysical individuals or what have you, always think that you have to financially struggle, and I don't understand why. Or that you're only allowed, that the spirit only allows you to have just the bare minimum of what it is you need to get by in day. It's like, from what I understand, the divine wants you to be happy, and in this reality, in this world, things cost money. Now, happiness doesn't necessarily cost money, but sometimes the things that bring happiness cost money. Like if you like to do art, that's something that would make you happy. Well, that costs supplies. That calls for supplies rather, and that costs money. And so I'm just gonna leave that a little flaky and put that in there because I kind of like chunky powders. I don't want everything to be perfectly ground up. Actually, I think I'm done with the grinding, so now I'm just gonna do the, oh wait, that's right, I have the whole cloves. Almost forgot. Yes, so I'm gonna do the whole cloves next. I'm just gonna grab about a pinch, maybe 2 pinches actually. Yeah, we'll do 2 pinches. And I'm going to grind those up. And then I think I'll add the other stuff in here. Oh, this is grinding lovely. It smells so good too. So with some of these ingredients, I picked certain ones because of the associations with them, of course, basically correspondences, but also kind of like social standards and like expensive ingredients type of thing to kind of bring in that rich, you only get things that are investments and enrich your life and that luxury type of lifestyle type of deal. And oh my gosh, this ground up perfectly. I was considering getting a new mortar and pestle, but this one's so good. I might still get it because it's a 2-in-1, and then I'll let that be my last mortar and pestle to purchase. And the only reason why I would purchase another one is because I do want to start working with resins. And like I said, it's a 2-in-1 mortar and pestle. So I might use that for like incense and then I'll just save these. Now I'm going to be putting in the Safflower, and I'm going to do, now I mistakenly thought that Safflower was Saffron. It's not, but I think magically it would be a good, actually intuitively I feel it makes a good substitute, and it's really pretty, so you can even just use it in that sense. And I'm going to put these back in here just to get a little more grinding as the final thing before I, actually I might not even bother using this as an intention mixer, just because I want to grind it all together now. But yeah, I'm just putting the last of this stuff in there. Well, not the last, because it's still a good bit, but you know what I mean. But yeah, what are your thoughts about being a spiritual person and a magical practitioner? How do you feel when it comes to money? Feel free to comment, preferably respectfully, in the comment section below. And oh, I'm putting in the basil now, and it smells so good. And that should be enough. Yeah, just comment below what your thoughts are, and we can get a little discussion going. And I want to move the cloves here so I don't grab them again. I'm gonna be adding some cinnamon. I did bring cinnamon from home, but I've already used some of the sticks to make my kind of my makeshift Yule log. And with this Yule log that I've made, or the little mini one rather, I don't think I'm going to burn it, just because I want to kind of save it in a sense. And cinnamon's great for prosperity, money work. It's also great for speed, so kind of getting the money quickly. And then I have this Valencia orange peel. Now, you could obviously dry your own orange peel, but I kind of kept forgetting, to buy oranges, so that way I could dry it. So we're just gonna use about half of this, just because I really want a lot of that in there. That's gonna be great for success, just like the cinnamon is. And I got this vanilla nut Arabica coffee. I'm a big fan of Arabica coffee, even though I don't really drink it. And I got this because vanilla is kind of expensive, and coffee is very luxurious. Oh my gosh, that smells delicious. And then I got some cocoa powder. Cocoa for ages, centuries even, has been seen as this rich, luxurious, luxury type of ingredient. And so that's why I'm adding that in this money, wealth, prosperity working, essentially. And this also calls for mint. Now, I'm going to put in the description box the various types of mint you can use and what you'd want to use them for, because I'm going to be using this as kind of like a starter for my money-based prosperity, or not totally money-based, but you know what I mean. I'm doing peppermint because it's great for awakening and attracting the money. Like I said, there will be others in the description box, other types of mint, and how you can use them, or what intention you'd want to use them for, in the description box below, so that way you can make your own choice of how you want to add mint in it. But mint is crucial. It depends on what you're wanting to do. Some are like lavender mint, I think it is the one that would be great for healing your relationship with money. So if you have a struggling relationship with money, then you can just add that. Spearmint would be good for maintaining your sources of money, so things like that. Chocolate mint would be good for kind of like really tapping into the supreme luxury life of you know, in a financial setting. So that's kind of some of the ideas there. I think there'll be some more if you look in there. And the last thing I'm going to add little bit of this golden flecks. And I think you can kind of figure out why. There we go. That should be enough of why I'm adding that in there. And now I'm just gonna slowly but surely grind it and mix it all together. I think I actually will put it in here just because it's so much. It's a lot more than I expected. Sorry about that. The light cut out on me, so I had to go and turn it back on. But we are good to go, and I'm almost done anyway, so. Alright. Gonna need to clean this out a little bit. I might actually use some more coffee grinds again. That should be enough. And just kind of get the rest of this goodness out. There we go. And then we're gonna mix. Add the rest of these coffee grinds. This smells so good, y'all. Put that up there. So this is what the powder looks like. Just kind of making sure it doesn't spill over too much. It still mixes together nicely. I think I'm gonna add a little more, maybe the rest of those golden flecks actually. Finicky little things these are. They're so delicate. I'm just gonna rip this bag. And now just break that in there. Now, I'm also going to be letting this charge for a little bit with some crystals. I have myself the pyrite, and this is really good for attracting prosperity and also bringing joy, which is kind of part of the prosperity. And this is aventurine, which is also good for abundance. And then I have this rutilated quartz for this powerful amplification and also for abundance. And I was looking for my citrine. I have a couple, 2 or 3 pieces, but they're not the actual citrine ones. They're the ones that are heat treated. And I'm not entirely sure how I feel about those, honestly. But I don't like to use them for like prosperity work. I think I might use them for things where I need a little push, or maybe a little heat or whatever, since it's been heat treated. I might use it like with amethyst, because technically they're heat treated amethyst. And I'm loving how it has little sparkling flecks in this. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, honestly. But that's the powder. It looks a little more yellowy in here. I mean, on the camera than it does in person. My gosh, I can't seem to talk today. I'm gonna try using this one to kind of grind it up a little more. I think that's about it, y'all. Oh, that smells so good. Yep. So, that, my lovelies, is the Whytch powder. I feel like it needs a little more of something. What do I want to add? Let me take a little sippy of my tea. I know what it is. I want it to look darker. Okay, I'm gonna add more coffee grains. Hopefully this will still fit in the container. It needs something else, though. Can't think of what it is. Oh, now it looks a little darker on there. That's nice. It still needs something, though. What does it need? Crap. Let me see. Ooh, I remember now. Where did I put it? Here they are. So, I also completely forgot to grab these, but I'm also going to be adding my... Hold on, let me stir it up a bit. Anyway, I'm going to be adding 5 drops of my Drink of 5 potion, which is basically a call money, keep money type of potion. And I'm also, once I get the cinnamon fully dispersed, I think I should probably add like some type of crystal chips or something. Just to kind of get it easier to break up. Here we go. And then I'm going to add some drops of my Crown of Success potion. And at some point, I'm going to try and get around to making potion videos with y'all, besides the amethyst one, but right now I don't need any. So for Crown of Success, I'm going to do 7 drops for that kind of awakening. But also 7's like about luck, but it also has that spiritual nature of awakening. So I'm gonna just put that in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. Okay, we did 8 instead. That's fine. That's all for authority and attainment. And aiding in manifestation, so you know that's just as well. Okay, now we're gonna do hopefully 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're just gonna mix that up a bit. I think I'm gonna use something else. What do I want to use? I'll use my finger. There we go. Help to put my connection and intention in it. This feels lovely. This would probably even be good to use as like a scrub exfoliant. I mean, people put it on. It cut out on me one more time. This is turning out to be a little longer of a video than I thought it would be. But then again, I'm not just making it, I'm also kind of like explaining things on here. So, I'm gonna break this up a little more. Alright, there we go. Even without like me enchanting it just yet, it smells fantastic, and it's also like feeling wonderfully. Just by like talking about it, it's been enchanting it, so to speak. So, and it just feels wonderful. Oh, that's what I want to do. I want to talk about enchanting real quick. I might make a video talking more about it, but people make enchanting so more complicated than it needs to be. Some people just don't resonate with the whole feeling it and like imagining this light or that thing. And to me, that just it makes it sound like the whole magic experience is a hocus pocus game. Almost, and I feel it's a little belittling. And I'm not saying that if that's how it works for you and that you're belittling the craft. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's hard for me to, I guess I take the craft a little more seriously. I still have fun, and I still tap into like my childhood nature and all that, but I feel like it makes it sound woo-woo and silly, and takes away the part that this is a serious practice. So to me, the whole imagination thing, like, I'm not imagining it, it's actually happening. So I like to use the word visualize, or just kind of be a little more matter-of-fact about it. Like, I don't need to pretend that my intention is going in here and that my intention looks like a certain thing. Everything is vibration, so by me talking, I'm speaking my intention, and it's vibrating onto the thing that I'm enchanting. So why would I have to visualize it? You know what I mean? And I guess that could help with like a focus type of deal. Sorry, I'm like bringing it more and more away from the camera. But it just, I don't know. It's just, to me, I guess I like to put the mundane in the magic, so to speak. So I like it to be a little more amalgamated into something that's a little more realistic, while still keeping the spiritual fun side. Oh, that's much better. Oh, this is perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I still think I want it to be a little darker, though. Maybe I'll do some more cloves. I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave it for now. But, yeah, just a little talk. You don't have to be so woo-woo, or, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have to worry about, gosh, what was I trying to say? You don't have to worry about, doing this whole visualization thing, and that being your intention and enchanting it. Like, you can literally just say your intention and allow yourself to feel it. If you're not someone that feels energy, then just speak it and know that it's worked, because everything is vibration. People experience chi in different ways. And so maybe for you, there we go, it doesn't work in the way of you seeing it happen or seeing it go into your working. It's more about feeling it going into your working. So that's the powder, and I'm just gonna let it enchant a little bit. And so this is what we've done. We've created the amethyst potion. I want to see what it smells like. I forgot to smell it. Oh, that smells lovely. That's gonna be great. This also is feeling a little good, and I still need to enchant this too, actually. But yeah, that's these things. Then it's gonna go hopefully in here. This nice apothecary bottle that is not going in the frame, so we'll just move this over. And yeah, we're gonna put it right in here. And I think I was using this. This has been used for a few things, I don't remember. This actually had matches in it from like a nice little, not really a Hallmark store, but same type of theme of supplies. But, oh, that's the last of my tea. That's a sign that this video is coming to a close. But yeah, you know, don't worry so much if you can't visualize the lights or feel your intention. Speaking it is more than good enough. If you speak it sincerely and wholeheartedly, and it's coming from your heart, then you've said your intention, and it has been enchanted, and you don't have to worry about it any more than that. I feel like so many times everyone uses the same things, like, feel it flowing from your head, down your neck, shoulder, through your arm. I'm just like, that just seems weird. Like, I don't have to do all that to feel the intention going into the thing. Like sometimes I automatically feel that happening, but I never, like, envision it happening. I never have to, like, force it. I either feel that way happening, or it's kind of like I said, I'm speaking my intention and I know it's in there. Sometimes I don't feel it coming from me into the thing, but I feel it vibrating off of the thing after I've enchanted it. So it changes. You know, it's all about what state you're in and how your what your working is and how you're connecting to your working. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, abundant and eternal blessings. Mwah. Oop, wrong side. Where's the lens?